SPSL 4A kicked off the week Thursday with Sumner taking on Emerald Ridge. The Spartans controlled this game pretty much from the coin flip. Bo Carlson with the fake goes around the left side. It's a 9-yard touchdown, one of many TDs for Sumner on the night. The run game that worked so well for Emerald Ridge in week 1 was shut down all game long. Tristan Dunn with the tackle for loss as Sumner kept the Jaguars off the scoreboard. Sumner's final points came from Wyatt Redding with a horrendous side wind going. He not only makes the 39-yard field goal, he nearly kicked it into the street. The defense for Sumner pitches a shutout. Spartans get the win, 46-0. South Sound Conference 3A, the first game of a doubleheader in Lacey, had River Ridge hosting Yelm. Hawks trailing 7-0. Dante Owens hits Dante Robinson. He gets a foot down in the end zone, and that ties the game at 7 in the first quarter. Second quarter now, Yelm on the move until Cameron Schletzbaum and Nathan Millen combine on the sack. They take down Nathan Paul, ending the drive and forcing a punt. River Ridge went right down the field in the ensuing drive with 35 seconds left before halftime. The Dantes connect again. Owens to Robinson. High points the ball with perfection for the score. 14-7 Hawks. They thought they would take that lead to the break. The Tornadoes, though, answered right back. Nathan Paul with the Pat Mahomes sidearm throw to Kyler Ronquillo. He does the rest, 67 yards for the score. Yelm edges River Ridge 22-21. Spanaway Lake had a bye week in the PCL, but after a cancellation left Clover Park without an opponent. The two met up in Lakewood for a non-conference game. Leonardo David with a nice pass breakup to give the Warriors some momentum early on, but Spanaway Lake was unfazed. They took the opening drive 65 yards, capped by a 26-yard score from Jermaine Broussard. Now, the Sentinels are one of the up-and-coming teams in 3A, and they have the defense to back up that statement. Daviante Alexander gets his second interception in as many games to put Spanaway Lake's offense right back in business. Usually it's Josiah Wagner picking off passes for the Sentinels, but no teams are throwing in his direction except when he's on his own offense. This one good for 33 yards and a touchdown to make it 14-0 Spanaway Lake. Special teams, one of the weapons the Sentinels have leaned on as well. They're much improved this season. Broussard, this time on the punt return, and with a few good blocks, it's a 69-yard score the other way. All Sentinels in this one as they shut out Clover Park 48-0. Lincoln trying to shake off their week 1 loss by getting a road win at Mount Tahoma. The Abes only led the T-Birds 14-0 at halftime because Mount Tahoma's defense was pretty stingy, especially up front, keeping the running game in check. And then Ferez Talona getting the big sack, but Lincoln would get back to the end zone in the third quarter as Gabari Johnson hit Darius Bailey for a 24-yard score. A missed extra point made it 20-0 with the Abes in the lead. 2 drives later, Johnson with plenty of time and another TD throw. Josiah Nixon with the grab. Lincoln with a shutout as well, 28-0. Another non-conference game that was scheduled thanks to cancellations put Lakes from 3A on the field against Puyallup from the SPSL 4A. Lancers, though, showing no fear. Justin Brennan to David Wells out of bounds after a nice 32-yard gain, but the drive would stall on the 6-yard line. Brennan goes down on the sack by Sermon Wilson. Lakes would settle for a field goal. They had plenty of momentum early, especially when they chased and harassed Luke Holcomb all through the first quarter, forced him into this bad throw, and Jaden Hall capitalized on the interception and the nice return for Lakes. But that drive would stall as well, and after a pair of defensive stops, Holcomb would find a groove for the Vikings in the second quarter. This one a 17-yard touchdown pass to Angel Sanchez to put the Vikings in the lead 7-3. Brennan, though, he did not back down, answered right back for the Lancers with the big arm and a nice grab and coverage by Wells. 41 yards for the touchdown as he goes down in the end zone to put Lakes back in front 10-7. The Vikings answering right back. This game had the makings of a shootout. Holcomb with the fake handoff and the quick slant to Jordan Dwyer. 40 yards on the catch and carry to put Puyallup back in the lead. They were up 14-10. Field goal before halftime made it 17-10 Vikings, and they took the opening drive of the third quarter right down the field and capitalized. Zara Ford with a 9-yard touchdown run to put the Vikings up even more. And the calling card, though, really for Puyallup is defense. Taven Glore shows why. He had back-to-back tackles for loss. That set up the offense nicely again. Vikings never looked back en route to a 44-16 win. For more scores, visit KIRO7.com.